You get to the bottom and there's no bridge. So you have to cross the river either with a pack raft or just swim it. What's up, everyone? Back with another video. First off, want to shout out real quick, check out this shirt. Probably gonna get some comments. This is the rise of Magatron, my friend Maggie Guterl, who, as you guys know, won the Big's Backyard last year. We got the last human standing. She did 250 miles in 60 hours. Simply incredible. Shout out to Rob Goyen of Trail Racing Over Texas. He gave me this shirt actually at the running event last year. And that's what I'm talking about a little bit today. The origins of this story. I'm going to be talking about the film that we just put a teaser out on the channel. This is the R to R to R alt, or rim to rim to rim alternative. And I'm really excited about this project. It's been a long time coming, and I wanted to fill you guys in on the backstory, build a little hype for this as we are doing a world premiere. I think this is the first time I've done something like this where I've kind of held back on a project on one of these films and give a little tease and then putting it into the Trail Running Film Festival. So be sure to check out the trailer. I went and filmed some of the Coconino Cowboys running this alternative version of Rim to Rim to Rim, and wanted to give you a backstory of not only how this happened, but my experience doing it. It's a pretty crazy story, I think. Maybe you guys will enjoy it, maybe not, and let's just get right into it. So I was attending the running event in 2018 in Austin, Texas, and I ran into Eric Sensman just walking around the floor. It's really fun. I think one of my favorite events of the year to attend is the running event. Basically just networking with friends, with brands, with people from the running industry. It's a really good time. If you are in the running industry, I can't recommend it more highly. If you have a chance to attend or have some way or some reason to be there, highly recommended. And if you do go, hit me up. If hopefully we can go there this year. Anyways, I was talking to Eric. He told me that he was about to go do this rim to rim to rim on the Bass Trail. So normally it's on the Kaibab Trail, South and North Kaibab. That's the main way that people run the canyon. And down at the bottom of Bright Angel and at the bottom of South Kaibab, when you cross the Colorado River, there's a bridge on each side. And a lot of times people will run down one, cross, and then run back on the other one. They're about a mile apart on the river. Bass Trail, it is way more off the beaten path. You have to go down like 30-mile dirt road, starting from Tucson. You go through the Havasupai Reservation, and then you finally end up in this tiny parking lot trailhead. The trail is way rougher, not as well established. You're looking for cairns, and then you get to the bottom, and there's no bridge. So you have to cross the river either with a pack raft or just swim it. And we decided to swim it, as if you're going for a record or you want to carry less weight, you don't want to carry a big pack raft all the way down. So we had wetsuits or pieces of wetsuits basically that we put on to wear. I think I had a 5mm neoprene gloves, a full length top, and I think I might have had shorts as well. That seemed to be sufficient enough. So anyways, I found Eric on the floor of the running event. He told me about this project and kind of asked if I wanted to come help cover it. And so I got on board there. And then I was able to go talk to Buzz Burrell, who helped pioneer this route with his friend Peter Backwin of fastestknowntime.com. So all these pieces started coming together, did a quick interview with Buzz. I'll share a little bit of footage.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. Yeah, it's smooth, the current's deep. That's not an issue. It's cold water. You want to get across.
Yeah, I think they were gonna plan to do it right after the running event, and they delayed it because of snow. So this was in December, and ended up delaying it until the Monday right after Desert Solstice. And if you know anything about Desert Solstice, it's one of our most important events of the year. It's an elite level track meet, 24-hour distance, 100-mile distance. So I'm usually up a long time for this event, and compounding that is we did our first ever live stream that spanned the whole thing. So we did a 25-hour live stream. I was essentially up for the entire live stream, plus I think we arrived on site at 3:30 in the morning. We have to set up on race day, so I'm extremely exhausted. We'll throw up maybe a little bit of footage from that up here as well. Currently, it looks like Thomas Rees is out front. We were talking earlier about how like the top three they're not going for the full 24.
Right. And Thomas was set ahead of time. He was going after 2 or 3 specific records. So he's looking at the 50K, 50 mile, and 100K American age group records currently held by Steve Sowers, and he set them in Australia.
I ended up getting maybe 30 minutes of sleep on the floor of the press box, but we're basically talking for 24 hours straight, trying to keep it interesting. And I remember breaking down from the event, kind of delusional, went home, crashed out on my bed, not even sure if I texted Eric that day, but they grabbed a hotel up in Tucson. It's about an hour's drive from Flagstaff. They wanted to be a little bit closer because they had an early morning start the next day. And I ended up waking up probably like 8 p.m., drove straight up to Tucson, got there maybe 10:30, just enough to film a couple clips and hop into bed and crash out for a couple hours. Boom, we were up at 4 a.m., hopped in a car, going down this crazy dirt road, and arrived at the rim. And next thing you know, I'm chasing the Coconino Cowboys, chasing Jim and Tim and Eric, who are well rested, trying to set this record, chasing them all the way down in the dark, trying to film them, keep up with them. And next thing you know, I jump in the Colorado River. And I'll tell you what, it was one of the biggest shocks to my system that I've felt in a long time. A bit of panic set in. I don't think I really ate much and took care of myself. I was exhausted. I'm trying to hold a GoPro up out of the water and get a good shot because this is so epic. And we entered the river at one of the roughest points we possibly could, thinking that it would maybe push us towards the beach on the other side of the river. And of course it did not. It pushed us back on the rocks that we came from, but downstream. So I was fighting the current. I was exhausted. You can see in some of these clips, I couldn't even keep the camera above water. I'm just kicking, and I was panicked. I thought that the entire shoot was going to be ruined because I couldn't get across the river. I was yelling at them, I'm not going to make it. And it was very, very dramatic. I essentially had given up and was just going to get out and climb up the cliff and get back out of there. But those guys, man, they were so encouraging. They told me to just wait till I got to a smoother part of the river, and I was able to just float on. We had these dry bags that you could blow air into. We put all of our dry stuff in there to swim across, and so it was kind of a flotation device. I was able to tuck it under me and just kick across the shallow part or the smooth part of the water once the rapids were, I was like washed downstream pretty far. So I was able to kick across, get to the beach, and yeah, I was just so happy to make it across. I ended up going up about a mile with them and had to turn around. There was no way I was going to make it to the North Rim that day. So as you guys will see, I don't want to give away too much more about the film, but that was a little bit about my story. I ended up swimming back across and just hung out for about 4 or 5 hours until they got back down, and then finished it off with them. So it was really fun to be part of that project. It's a route that I would love to do myself. I'd love to do the whole thing and run and maybe try for a fast time. I think there's some time to be made up on the swim section and the transitions. They spent a lot of time suiting up and packing up, and I think just going down there and doing some recon, I would probably start swimming in a different spot. If you guys enjoyed the trailer, if you want to see exactly what happened on that day, I think it's just such a cool adventure. You know, the Grand Canyon, it's definitely meant to be respected. Running in it is one of the most amazing experiences as an ultra runner. To cross the entire Grand Canyon and then come back in a day is, I think, on the bucket list of every ultra runner out there. And to do it a little bit more wild, a little bit more adventurous by swimming the river is just really, really cool. I think it's a great story. Definitely something you don't want to attempt without proper training and precautions. Even likely, you might want to even wear a life vest, a life preserver, probably be a good idea. But anyways, check out the film. You guys can get tickets for the Trail Running Film Festival. No one has seen this film yet, and the only way to see it, at least for the immediate future, will be to tune in August 8th. I think it's 5 p.m. Get tickets, Trail Running Film Festival. Tickets are on Ultra Sign Up right now. I'll link to the website and put the URL at the end of this video. But we'd love your support for this film and to get the word out there, so be sure to share. It's the last show of this year that they're doing. It's all online, so you can enjoy it wherever you're at. And it goes to support some great filmmakers out there. I'm excited to check it out and see what other films are involved. Thank you guys for tuning in to this video. If you want to support the channel, go grab some shirts or hats off of runsteep.com, and you can also join our Patreon. We have it over at Steep Life Media. I will see you guys in the next video. Would love to hear from you. Talk to you soon. Later.